Hey everyone, welcome to Bytesector. Today is a special day. It's the first of two special days this week in a week that only comes around once every 7 years. Today we're going to unbox our Xbox Series X. We're going to hook it up, power it up, take a look at the interface. It's kind of an initial impressions and unboxing review. So let's get started. So this is it, the Series X. We've been waiting for it for a long time. It's finally here. It went public yesterday. My unit shipped out Monday, did not arrive till today. I was actually kind of disappointed about that, but I'm working hard to bring you guys content as soon as it's possible. So here it is. The box is a bit chunkier than I'm used to from the PlayStation 4, but that's fine. That's attributed to the shape and the form factor of the Series X. So let's get started. Cracking open the box here. No surprise whatsoever. We've got some foam on top that should have been stuck to the top of the box. As you see in here, there are a couple tape strips there. We're just going to stick that back on there. First thing we get, power your dreams. I love this. Microsoft has definitely given some thought as to, like, front and center is your Series X. So let's get that box out of there. Sorry for standing up a bit too far there. Ooh, I can feel that's the bottom right away. So, right away, we've got our Series X. It's standing upright. Can't wait to take that out, but first, I noticed there's a card in the bottom here. Instructions on how to set it up, by the looks of it. Connect power cord, HDMI. Download the Xbox app on your iOS or Android device and use that for setup. Interesting. And then you connect the controller by manually pairing it. To connect a controller, press and hold the pair button on the console and then the controller. Interesting. It's worth noting this is my very first Xbox in my entire gaming career. I've never owned an Xbox since the original Xbox. It's mind-blowing, I know, but this seemed to be like the right time to dive in. So, setting up, pairing the controller manually seems a bit foreign to me, but what do I know? The other thing in here is this box at the back, presumably power cord, HDMI cord, and our controller and batteries. We'll get to that in a second. So let me just move that over here. So, our Series X looks awesome. There's a pull tab here. Not much holding it on, so that's great. Let's take our cardboard off. Looks like it's just literally a tab. So in fact, we're going to stick that back in the box. Beautifully wrapped like a gift. It is a gift, so that's appropriately wrapped. Take our tape off here, tops, sides. Sadly, some tearing going on, some tape on the side. And then, I'm not even going to bother undoing the tape on the bottom. We're just going to crack this bad boy open. Oh, and what do I know? This is the Xbox Series X. And she looks good. Whew, does she look good. And there is the Series X. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. You see the top, the green accents under the gray plastic. Looks awesome. On the back, as expected, we've got power, HDMI, gigabit Ethernet, 2 Type A USB ports, and our storage expansion slot, which, as you all know, will set you back another crap ton of money for another terabyte. But there's a terabyte in here. Just starting out in the Xbox universe, I don't know if I'm ever going to use it. So we'll see. To note, on the front, we have a lovely little X icon in the top corner here. That is our power button. We have a button above the Blu-ray slot, presumably the eject button. And then we have a button down here above our single Type A port on the front. That is our controller pairing button. So, I'm going to set that aside here. And we're going to pull out That's a bit premature. I'm gonna pull out our box here. As I said, this box likely contains everything else that we need to get started, so let's crack it open. Let's start with the boring stuff first, right? We have a power cord. It's a flat power cord. I like that. I love flat power cords. Or a unique shape for the power receptacle. I like that. It makes it very easy when you're reaching behind a entertainment unit or something else. You'll know what power cord is your Xbox Series X. Love that. Like I said, I haven't owned too many Xboxes in the past, but I will tell you this. I like that Microsoft has built the power supply into the actual Xbox instead of having a power brick. Wasn't always the case. We also got an included HDMI cable. It's beefy. It's got some heft to it. It says HDMI ultra high speed on it, which is great. So, great. I don't have to go hunt one down. Also in the box is a product and regulatory guide, limited warranty and agreements. As you can see here, it's a lot of boring text that, well, frankly, I just read. One of the things that I heard actually yesterday, which is kind of disappointing, is that PlayStation 5 will not support Dolby Atmos, Dolby Vision, blah, 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 blah. I'm not going to waste too much time here, but those are the Dolby Atmos and Dolby Vision logos right there in the manual. So, looks like Microsoft's taking some serious aim at Sony with that. Next in the box, as we pull this out, right on the packaging, it looks like a controller. I don't need to guess, think, or anything else. Awesome. So we're going to crack this open, remove our controller. And this is definitely a Series X controller because we've got the 3 buttons in the center here, and we've got our Type-C port on the top. That's awesome. Let me just hold that there for a second. Interesting. Cool. Feels nice. There's a bit of a rubbery textured feel to the, well, not texture, it's smooth, but a rubbery feel to the ABYX buttons. Certainly, I can feel my finger sticking to them a bit, which is awesome because this way you're not going to slip off the button before you're ready to. Textured triggers on the back here, which is something that wasn't part of the Xbox One experience. Those were smooth triggers, so that's nice. Some subtle changes. Entire back and handles of the controller are also textured. So that I love as well. I'll get that out front. And then the last thing in the bag here are 2 AA Duracell batteries, which are to power the controller. So I won't put those in just yet because we're going to follow the instructions. Okay guys, so I got it all cabled in. It's sitting over here, kind of tucked in behind the monitors. We'll cut to that angle in a second. I don't know what else to say. I've got it cabled in Ethernet, not Wi-Fi. Our HDMI cable's plugged into our home theater receiver, which then goes to the TV, and obviously power. So I've preloaded the Xbox app and signed into it on my phone to save us that time in the setup process. I've also got our batteries here and our controller all ready to go. So let's get started and hit the X button right over here. Ooh, it glows white. That's awesome. I'm going to kind of try and keep my head out of the picture as much as possible. There we go. Okay, so we've got a black screen and the Xbox logo. Looking good. So, the instructions were that we power on the Xbox and then we open the app. So I've opened the app. As you can see, we want to tap Get Started. We obviously would like to set up a new console. And now it's prompting us for the characters, which if I move to the side, are on the screen over here. So, whoop, up there. So I'm going to enter those. Okay, now that I've got those entered, whoa, let's get my face out of there. we can click connect to console. It's going to attempt to connect. Connecting, and connected to the console. Let's tap next. And that says connected too, that's great. Next we're prompted for things like language and location. I mean, we're in Canada. I don't care about my language. Let's update. Looks like there's a update right out of the box. Let's hit go. We want instant on. Let's hit next. Sign in. Let's go with passkey. I want some security, but I honestly don't want this to be a hindrance. Keep my games and apps up to date. Next. Turn on remote features. Install new games remotely. Use Xbox Remote Play. Perfect. Turn on. And now let's get signed in with my Xbox profile. So we're going to tap next. Keep in touch. Sure, for now. I don't mind. All done. As a next step, we're going to... Whoop, it's updating. So while it updates, as a next step, we're going to put the batteries in here. So we've got positive on that end, negative on that end. Close the battery compartment. And this is kind of one of the unique things about Xbox is the PlayStation controllers, the battery is built in. You never take it out. There's no compartment. This has two AA's. There's a battery compartment. You can replace them so that, you know, if things are getting dicey, then you're okay. It is worth noting that these batteries are not rechargeable from the looks of it. But, you know, that kind of makes me scratch my head. So I'm going to have to look into whether these batteries are rechargeable. Well, that was pretty painless. So we're going to press the button on our controller. Press and hold, sorry. Holding. We've got a white light there. Press and hold the A. Good job. Let's update the controller. Wow, everything's getting an update right out of the box. I kind of like that though. I don't want to know that the firmware is a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks old. Whenever Xbox and Microsoft ship these out to retailers, this tells me that this console and platform was under constant development and fine-tuning and refinement all the way up until game day. And that's important in this day and age. So after redeeming my Xbox Live Gold code, we're at the final screen. It says take me home. Let's go. And this is where I can tell you very definitively, welcome to the Xbox Series X. So I don't have any games. I just signed up for an account recently. I don't have Game Pass. Again, I said Live Gold. You've got some settings, accessories. Our games are down here when we have them. There's the store, Game Pass, entertainment, more options. I'm going to dive deeper into the menu system, take a look. But ultimately, this is set up. This was the unboxing. I will bring you guys a more detailed and comprehensive review of the Series X as soon as I get some game time with it. In the meantime, thank you very much for watching. Thank you for tuning in. Stay tuned. Fingers crossed. We got our PS5 console tomorrow and we can do the exact same thing, the same unboxing, the same like power on setup test that we did with the Series X with the PS5 tomorrow. If not, it'll definitely happen Friday. Thanks very much for watching. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, the notification bell so that you get notified when we release a new video. Follow us on Twitter, follow us on Instagram, follow us on Facebook, LinkedIn. Get the latest news, get the latest scoop, the tidbits, the fun facts, the everything that we can bring you guys. Follow us everywhere. Make sure to tune in next time, and we'll see you all tomorrow. Ciao.